Trial. Results will vary depending on diet and exercise.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Bachelor Happy Hour. I'm Joe.
And I'm Serena.
And we are here with Kelsey Anderson. Kelsey, welcome to Bachelor Happy Hour.
Thanks, I'm happy to be here.
You know what's crazy is this is, I think, the first time we've ever had you on solo.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, we're happy to have you. Thanks for coming on.
Kind of bullshit, Kelsey. I mean, you weren't really doing any interviews during your season, and then...
Now we can't get you on.
I know, right?
Too busy. We missed our chance. Well, let's get into it. How are you doing? What's new? Where are you recording from today?
I'm in LA in our house. This is our new
so
place.
cute.
It's coming together. It's just, taking a minute because we moved in right around Black Friday. And so everything was just kind of delayed with coming in.
True.
But we're
Like
happy to be
furniture and
here.
stuff?
Yeah. But we're happy to be here. It's awesome.
So if Joey didn't get Dancing with the Stars, would you guys be in New York right now, you think?
I'm not sure where we would be. I think that doing Dance with the Stars and coming here, we kind of fell in love with LA and the weather, especially. And there's a lot of opportunity here. So we ended up just kind of deciding, I think that this is the best of both worlds for both of us. It's got the beach, it's got the good weather, but it's also a little bit of a hustle and bustle city. So we're excited to be here. And I don't know if we would have necessarily ended up in New York, but there was a lot of options out there. I was kind of focused on New York, but I fell in love with LA. So
yeah.
Who do you guys hang out with the most out there?
Tanner. Tanner and
sounds about right.
He's your third wheel, eh?
I can't get into my Instagram. I've been locked off for like 6 days at this point. I don't.
Yeah, it's dark over here.
I don't know what's going on, but I follow Tanner on Instagram, and when Joey was on Dancing with the Stars, I would have thought he was dating Joey.
No, honestly, we were joking that we were in a throuple.
Every show.
Yeah. I love it. It's so funny. How are you liking LA though overall? You're settling in. How's the place?
Yeah.
How's the decorating going?
The decorating's going great. Joey lets me take most control, but we also have pretty similar taste and style. I'll usually pick something and I'm like, what do you think of this? And then he's like, I love it. And I'm like, perfect. So
I saw you posted you're looking for abstract art.
Yes,
Did you find
I've been
anything?
looking for abstract art. I've gotten a couple people sending me little different artists that I really like. So I've got to look through them. I'm looking for a really big piece. And a lot of pieces that I've been finding are more about this big, but I just want
you should almost look for a poster that you can frame, I feel like.
Right. I also see where you can
Etsy or
buy
something.
canvas. You can buy a piece of art that's just on canvas, and then you kind of I don't know, build it yourself. You know what I mean? Where you staple it into the wood. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
No way. Oh, you buy the flat canvas and then you shape it to the frame.
Yes. Yeah.
That sounds intense. I don't have that capability. I'm not a DIY girl.
What would you consider your style? Your home, your interior design?
I don't know. I would say. I don't know the specific names for them. There's so many different names for different styles, but
no, yeah.
I would say that the vibe is cozy and a little funky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So Dancing with the Stars is done. We've moved to LA. Are we wedding planning yet?
We are about to. We haven't started yet because we are trying to figure out location. But once we have a location narrowed down, then we're going to start wedding planning. Our idea was that we didn't want to, stress. And life has been really busy right now. And so we don't want to put a huge another thing on our plate super fast. We got engaged in 2 months. So we're taking this seriously and we're just enjoying life right now. And we're going to start planning this year, which we're excited for.
That is really exciting. Yeah. I feel like, at least for us, where we were going to get married was probably the hardest decision.
Yeah.
It took us 2 months to decide.
Yeah.
And that was 2 months of actively trying to research and make a decision.
Yeah, but we chose it pretty quickly.
Yeah, we did go to one place and we went to
sold. One place. We're all right, let's just get married.
I feel like that's what's going to happen with us.
Pre-discussion.
Yeah.
And then we're pretty sure this is going to be our choice, which was Charleston, where we ended up getting married. And we did not want to fly around.
Yeah.
We were if we go there and we like it, done.
Right.
We're sold. I don't need to see an option.
That's so funny because one of our areas that we're thinking about is the Carolinas.
Okay, we loved Charleston.
Yeah,
we did Charleston
as a wedding
It was
destination, mainly, well, for a lot of reasons, but like the downtown core is just so great because like it's small, but there's lots to do. So like we were always running into people. It felt like
all the hotels are right next to each other. It's basically one block.
Oh, that's nice.
When all your friends and family come in, everyone's just like hanging out, and it has like it's like a great like casual bar vibe, but also like nice.
Yeah.
It was pretty perfect.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Where else
I
were you
highly recommend.
Well, we
it.
thought it was a good middle part between both of us. Like my family's in Louisiana, his is in Philly, and so that's like a good little segue, between the two states. And then we also were kind of thinking maybe Italy, like a destination wedding. But then we were like, we don't want it to make it too hard for everyone, going there.
Also,
but
you could go to Italy. You could do Italy in your honeymoon.
that's what we're thinking about too. Southern Italy. So.
Yeah, that's literally what we did.
No,
we're
gonna copy you guys.
Yes, do it. I'd be honored.
I highly recommend it. Italy. I mean, I love Italy. I wish I could. I would move there.
Right.
There's like homes in Tuscany that you could buy that are like beautiful homes for decently priced.
Yeah, definitely cheaper than New York or LA.
Right.
Yeah. So if you,
But we're not moving there.
Yeah.
Let's deal with one immigration process at a time.
Yeah.
To make planning the perfect.
Love is in David's Your Go-Ner Daily Birth Control Pill. This is the moment to take control of your favorites with hand finished today is a chance to be loved.
This person has type 2 diabetes, sponsored by Future Health.
So, Kelsey, we've been following you on Instagram, and we saw, speaking of wedding planning, we did see you do a collab with David's Bridal.
Yeah.
Do you know what David's Bridal is? Like, do you know what part of the collab that was? You don't, do you?
Bridal dresses.
Yes,
There you
it's
go.
wedding dress.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the name.
I know. I was just waiting for you to be like wedding planners or like
Right.
bridal makeup.
Yeah, so I shot their spring 2025 collection, which was super exciting. I got to try on wedding dresses for the first time. I tried on my mom's actually before that, but this was my
That's really
first
nice.
wedding dress that I ever put on, and as an adult, and it was super fun. There was so many beautiful dresses, and I feel like it kind of gave me an idea of maybe what I'm more so looking for once that step comes for me. But all of the dresses were just super timeless and classy, and there was a lot of detail put into them. So yeah, it was a super, super fun shoot. The whole team was really great. And yeah, I had a fabulous time.
So going in, did you have a style in mind that you thought you would maybe want for when you go pick your wedding dress, and did that change at all?
I mean, honestly, I've never had maybe a set in stone, like this is the exact shape and the exact style that I want. But I definitely thought, I want something that's timeless, and that's pretty simple. But some of the dresses had a little bit more detail than maybe I would have thought that I would have gravitated towards, that I really, really liked. Like a lot of the floral decals, I realized that I actually really enjoyed wearing, and I felt very beautiful and feminine and comfortable. And I feel like that is a big thing with like your wedding day. You want to be comfortable, right? And
100%.
some of them had
It's a long
pockets
day.
even.
Oh yeah.
There's wedding dresses?
Yes.
With
I
pockets?
tried one on with pockets. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Usually it's like the bigger skirts
Yes.
because
yeah,
they
like
can like
inside
hide
the
it.
skirt.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you want to like throw your phone or like a lipstick or something in there, it's very, very functional.
Oh, I would definitely go with the pockets.
Right? I know,
Definitely
like put
go
your
with the
lipstick in
pockets.
there.
Do you think I feel like a trend right now, which I actually really regret not hopping on this, is people taking their mother or like a woman in their life's wedding dress and kind of like upping it
Yeah.
to feel like a little more like modern or like them or whatever they want to do and wearing it for part of their wedding. Do you think you'll do anything like that?
I think maybe so. So my mom actually ended up not wearing the wedding dress that she had, but I
Oh.
think that I think that maybe I would take like a piece of, some type of clothing of hers that meant a lot to me and somehow incorporate it into, something in our wedding for sure. I definitely want a piece of my mom in our wedding. And I think that
Yeah.
I'm a very sentimental person. So there's like a lot of ideas that I have of like incorporating the people that aren't with us presently anymore, into our wedding. Like Joey's grandma who passed away, she was very, very special to him, and same with his grandpa. And so I'm trying to think of ways that we can still honor them because they were big people in our lives.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
I would start writing. I would have a notebook and start writing some of your ideas.
Yeah.
down, because once you start planning, it gets very hectic.
Right.
It's actually, not a bad
You
idea.
know?
Like a notes app on your phone or something.
Like I there was a bunch of things that I wanted, and
Well, you were throwing out some crazy stuff. It's not the same.
but I loved our wedding. Do you have any like major wants or do not want at your wedding?
Not really. Honestly, I don't really, I feel like I need a wedding planner to help me, like, narrow down all the little details, because I feel like there's so many details. The only thing that Joey and I both have said is that we want it to just be a big party. Like after we say our vows, like we just want to have a big celebration. We want everyone on the dance floor. So we've got to find the perfect band, perfect DJ, whatever we choose. But I don't think that there's anything that I'm like, absolutely not. I'm pretty open. But I don't think I want everything to be super traditional. Like I want it to kind of just form to how we feel is right for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a wedding planner, like neither of us are people that had like a exact vision of what we wanted for our wedding. We were kind of just like, let's figure this out as we go. And we had a wedding planner. It does help a lot. Because obviously you're like, I've never planned a wedding before. Like this is my first time getting married. Like let me turn to someone who's done this like a million times for a little advice.
Yeah, and none of my siblings have gotten married. Joey's sister has, and so we're definitely gonna lean on her for a lot of advice and what she liked and what maybe she didn't really like with her wedding. And she knows both of us really well, so I feel like she'll be able to also help us with that. But my sister actually just got engaged this past Christmas, so I'm trying to push her to get married first, so I can scope out what she's doing and what I like of it. But we'll see how that goes.
Smart.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on from wedding planning, post show, what's been some of your favorite things?
Some of my favorite things post show, I don't know. I feel like we've been able to travel a lot, which has been really nice. But also just making a home together, Joey and I. It's been really fun and really special. And it's cool to see how I was really worried. I've never lived with a significant other before. And so I was a little like, living with the boy, we'll see how this goes.
Especially one that you met on TV. So you're
literally.
like,
but it has been
I'm really
honestly
jumping
seamless. Like I joke Joey's the best roommate. Like he is such a good roommate. He's very clean. Like he's very considerate. And we just living together has been a breeze, honestly.
Who cooks?
Good.
I cook. Joey, actually the first, I don't know, y'all did probably like the, whenever you were in hiding and everything, Joey tried cooking me a steak, and it is the most well done steak I've ever had in my life. He was like,
had he ever cooked a steak before, or was he taking a risk?
He's probably going to be so annoyed that I even told y'all this.
Worse.
But he destroyed that steak. It was so funny. He still wants his redemption soon, so I'll probably let him do that. He is a good sous chef, though. He loves to help me chop up things and stuff. But typically, I like to just kind of cook on my own and let him go do something else.
Have you ever been to what's the sandwich spot in New Orleans? Turkey and Wolf.
Oh my gosh, I love Turkey and the Wolf. Yes, so good.
I have his cookbook. I really want to go there.
Mason, right? Mason.
Something. Yeah. The chef of Turkey and Wolf. It's in New Orleans.
Okay.
He actually has another restaurant now, and it's called I can't remember it, but I will send it to y'all. It's really, really good. It's like an 80s martini bar themed restaurant.
Nice. Serena's never been
to New Orleans.
You gotta go.
I know. I do want to go. Was it so cool having the Super Bowl?
Oh my gosh,
it was from there?
So cool. It was amazing just to see how much of New Orleans culture they put into the Super Bowl that maybe a lot of people didn't realize even. It was just so beautiful. Even the Super Bowl logo was a bead design that this apparently 16-year-old queen of this crew in New Orleans made. And so the logo that everyone was seeing was
Kelsey's camera is having a mind of its own right now.
But anyways, so it was really cool to see all of the detail of New Orleans that was put into the Super Bowl that maybe other people didn't realize, but as somebody who lived there, it was really special to see. And it was just awesome also to see everyone enjoying the city so much.
That is so cool. I would never pick up on any of that, but I feel like hearing that they take the culture of the city into heart when they're putting on that event, I love that, because I know if it was in Toronto, which it'll never be, but if it was, and they were doing little touches that I was picking up on as someone that's from there, I would be like, this is so fun that you have the ability to like appreciate that on another level.
And also for you, like as a Canadian, there's a lot of, French influence in your culture. It's the same with Louisiana as in New Orleans. So I feel like maybe you would be able to, pick up on that if you came to the city.
Maybe my like 6 years of French in school
will
help me out.
Okay, if you were in New Orleans for a layover and you have
12 hours.
No, 12
never
hours.
mind.
You have
Never
like
mind.
2 hours. You have 2 hours.
Okay.
You go to one place. Where would you suggest? Could be a restaurant, could be a park.
So I think City Park is so beautiful. They also have, and it's closer to the airport than going all the way into the city because the airport in New Orleans is actually in Kenner, which is in Jefferson Parish, which is like probably 30 minutes from downtown. So if you only have 2 hours, I would maybe suggest going to Lakeview, which is in New Orleans, City Park, and then you can go to Cafe Du Monde and like sit and have some beignets in a Cafe LA and just be able to enjoy the beautiful weather. Hopefully it's not too hot, but the trees there are just so beautiful, and they have the this moss that hangs off the trees, and it's very beautiful.
Oh, that's so nice. I saw you were with like a bunch of girls from your season recently. I think you were celebrating like Rachel's birthday.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was so much fun. We had a blast. I wish that we could have all been together longer. But it was super fun celebrating Rachel, and we did like a little PowerPoint night where we just like updated each other. Yeah, it was super fun. Huh?
Who was there? Like who was that?
So it was Carissa, Autumn, Daisy, Rachel, Leia, Sydney, who else? I'm trying to think. I need to go down the list. Lexi, and I think there might have been another girl or two. I can't think of everyone right off the bat.
But regardless, that's enough.
It was, and all of them stayed at Leia's house the first night.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of people.
I know. I was like, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, to my own bed. Don't follow me.
I live like 4 minutes from Leia, so I was like, if anyone wants to come sleep over here, but they already had a whole setup with like mattresses and everything. But yeah,
oh my
it
gosh,
was awesome.
big sleepover.
Do you guys think LA forever, or you haven't thought that?
No, I think that right now we're just LA for now, and we'll figure out, if this is somewhere that we want to stay, more, but we only have a year lease right now, and we'll see if we want to keep it. I mean, we just got our house together, so it's like we might end up staying another year or so.
Yeah. I feel like 1 year goes by so fast. 1 year
goes by fast. Yes. I always suggest staying like 2.
Yeah.
Just to like,
especially, well, it almost feels like by the time you get settled, you're like, oh, do we have to like start looking for a new place now?
Right.
Like,
exactly. Like, and we started from scratch. Like, I sold all of my furniture, and so did Joey. And so we like honestly didn't really have anything coming here. So like getting everything together was a lot the past couple months.
Oh yeah, that's intense. That's intense for sure.
Thoughts on Grant's season?
Oh, I'm excited to see the end result for sure. But I mean, I think that it's a great season. There's always got to be a little bit of drama. There's always a little bit of like, are you here for the right reasons? But yeah, it's been great. I've been enjoying following along for sure.
Does it give you anxiety to watch because you were the past season?
It makes me appreciate coming out the other side and being where we are at now. It is like surreal, like watching it back and thinking like, that all of these I don't know, it's just like all of these women experienced these things, and Grant's with someone now, hopefully. And I don't know, I remember going through that and watching it back, and some parts were harder for me, some parts were easier. But yeah, I'm wishing Grant the best, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
Has he reached out to Joey at all recently? Or like did they have a little get to give some advice chat?
Yeah,
they weren't on the same
Joey's
season,
definitely
right?
gave Grant some advice and talked to him, and he's showed his support and told him like if he needs anything, he is there for him. And I've given the same, and I know Katie and Zach probably have too, and Charity and Dalton. So yeah, we're all trying to support each other, and I'm sure Jen's also reached out to him.
To make planning the perfect
Love is in every step. Your go-to birth control pill available. This is the moment to take style your favorites with every day is a chance.
Ozempic. This person has type 2 diabetes, sponsored by Future Health.
I had be open and honest about, this experience is a
For the sake of this conversation, let's assume he's with someone.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
For the sake of this conversation, let's assume he's with someone. What advice would you give her?
Take everything with a grain of salt, watching it back, remember the moments that y'all had together fully, because this experience is a big experience, and a show can obviously only show so much because it's all condensed down into an hour show. So I would just say, remember the moments that y'all had, be open and honest about your feelings. Don't, can them up, because then, it's just not good. I think that it's best to communicate your feelings with your person. Take it with a grain of salt. I think therapy also really helped Joey and I understand like our frustrations and like just trying to funnel through such a unfamiliar territory.
Yeah.
What would you say was the most difficult part of the process from beginning, filming, after the show for you?
I think that it was just, you're reliving all of these moments that you already went through, and you're seeing other aspects of it that you maybe didn't see before with like his relationship with the other women. And I think that it was hard for me at the beginning being like, why are you giving them kisses? Didn't you already know it was me? But no, seriously, I think that Joey navigated through it like the best way he possibly could. So I was always very appreciative of him, like always thinking about, how his partner would think about his actions throughout it. But I honestly, I would say that I think that it wasn't as hard for me as I thought it was going to be, if I'm being honest.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you ever wish I wish I just didn't watch, or I wish Yeah.
No, because I think that, well, honestly, so I watched the full episodes up to a certain part, and then up to a certain part I would only watch mine. Like I didn't have to,
I'm sure hometowns and stuff like that, it's easier to filter out.
Exactly. Then I would put my headphones in and I was just kind of scrolling on my phone. But I would only really watch my parts after a certain episode. I think it was hometowns or so, just because I was like, I don't need to, we are at a different spot now. This was months ago. But yeah, I think that honestly, even going into the whole process, I thought that I was going to maybe be more jealous, or I don't know, just my feelings would be more heightened than they were. But honestly, going through the process, I just was very appreciative of the women that were there, of Joey, and the time that whenever we had time together, the way he focused on our conversations and made me feel special. But yeah, it is a crazy process.
Oh yeah. Is it ever?
Yeah.
I mean it works though.
It does, yeah.
Any travel plans coming up? You guys going anywhere cool? Anything?
You were just in Hawaii, right?
We were just in Hawaii for a second with American Idol, which was super cool to be able to watch.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It was really
How
awesome.
did that all play out?
Well, I guess we will see in April. I think it comes out. But it was a really cool
it's none of your business yet. So.
I just didn't realize that they filmed American Idol in Hawaii.
Yeah, I think it's up to a certain point. They film them all over the place, and then soon in April, I think they start the live ones.
Okay, yeah. Gotcha. So
and those ones are going to be
auditions.
All over this the place. One, I think that I think after a couple rounds after auditions, then they start doing live and people start voting.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. I haven't watched it in so long, but that's so cool and random and exciting.
I know, but I feel like the season is going to be really good. We got to see a lot of really talented people.
Who are the judges now? Katy Perry?
No, Carrie Underwood.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. So I thought it was Katy Perry too, but now they have Carrie Underwood, Lionel Richie, and Luke Bryan.
We have to ask before you leave, any updates on your father and his relationship?
Marky Mark? Yes. Yeah. He is.
Mark's been on this podcast multiple times because he's logged on in his car and not had any service, so he had to redo the interview.
He told me all about that. He's I feel so bad. I think he had a doctor's appointment that went over. Or something.
Yes, he was trying to make the podcast after a delayed doctor's appointment, and we were like, look. Like, you are a real one for doing this, but like, it's okay. Like, let's just delay it a little bit. Get home. We'll make it happen.
I know.
But I really appreciated his commitment to being
stressed.
on time. Yeah.
No, but Mark is in a relationship with, her name is Barbara, and she is the best. She is super sweet. She has great daughters. We got to spend Christmas with them all together, and yeah, they are going strong, and he's super happy. And now he's in LA a lot because she lives in LA, so I get to see him pretty often now too.
Nice.
That's really nice. How long has it been?
I don't know when they started date. Maybe October, November, December, January. February. What month are we in? Maybe like 5 months or so.
5 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wait, she is.
I never know what month we're in.
I know.
Did you watch One Tree Hill?
Yes.
One Tree Hill? No.
Okay, I didn't either, but she plays
Deb.
Grandma Deb, Nanny Deb,
Nanny Deb. Yeah.
Nanny Deb. Okay, was that crazy for you?
I never watched the show, so I didn't
Okay.
know, but I'm pretty sure one of my sisters did. But it's funny, a bunch of my friends are big fans of the show, and they were freaking out. And I was like, oh, I feel like I need to go watch it. But they were like, she's a little crazy on the show. But I was like, in real life, she's not crazy. She's great.
That's all that matters. As
Did you
long as in
watch-
real life she's not
Did you watch
crazy.
Gossip Girl?
No, I never watched Gossip Girl.
What a pivot, Joe.
It's a good one.
We're watching Gossip
Well,
Girl right
'cause
now.
when you asked me if I watch One Tree Hill, I'm like, Gossip Girl is as far as I'm going to go at this point.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
I can't-
We'll warm
can't
you
add
up with
another-
Gossip
Right.
Girl, then we'll work our way to like Vampire Diaries or something.
I've watched little bits of Vampire Diary, and also Joey and I are watching Suits right now. We just finished up this past season, so that one's a
Suits is
good
good.
one.
We watched Suits in
Yeah.
December. I'd watched it before,
Yeah.
I've never seen it, and I binged it. This past winter.
but we never finished it. But it kind of lost us.
Well, yeah, after like season 6.
Yeah, I
I
think
was
there's like
like, I'm
9 or so.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. But they're coming out with a Suits LA.
Yes, the new one.
Maybe you can make a cameo.
I know.
Hey.
They probably.
Well, we're so happy for your dad. Is it weird seeing him like you guys are like you're in a more serious relationship right now than your dad?
Yeah,
Kind
it's
of.
so funny.
Is that a weird dynamic? Is that rude to say?
No,
I don't know if that's rude
Okay.
to say, but I don't know if that's that uncommon either. I think it's more strange that you both have been on like The Bachelor.
Well, that's
like
definitely
that's the weird
weirder.
part.
Yeah, no.
Like, are you like, Dad, like, let me give you dating advice?
No, I feel like my dad's got it figured out now. I feel like definitely him going on the Golden Bachelorette helped him a lot with like, I think just kind of pushing himself to put himself out there. And then Barb, not Deb.
Sorry.
No, you're good. At the beginning, I used to always mix it up because everyone would call her
I've
Deb from
confused
this.
you because I called her Deb. Yeah.
No, but Barb, I feel like, she reached out to him, and I think that at first they were just friends, and then they started like going on dates, and then my dad realized how much like, they just work very well together.
That's-
Honestly, she does remind me a lot of my mom in the sense of
That's
like she
nice.
brings out like the fun side of my dad. He's more of like a quiet and like just calm
He's
person.
like a serene
Yes.
person.
And she brings out like a fun side of him, and she's like just very vibrant, just like my mom was. So yeah, it's special.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, we're so happy for him, and we are so happy for you and Joey
Thanks.
and all the exciting things to come for you guys, and wedding planning and David's bridal and all the things.
Yes, we're gonna have to ask you about honeymooning.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
you.
we're here.
Anything you want our listeners to know you got coming up or anything like that?
I only really look at my calendar a week in advance now because right now it's been a little
American
cramped.
Idol in April. American Idol
in April. I'm super excited for that. And yeah, I don't know. Joey's going back on Dancing with the Stars tour coming up. And then
nice.
it got extended, so he's going back at the very end of the tour. So I'm excited to see him, little twinkle toes
Shake his hips
show off.
again.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see what's coming up, honestly. I don't even know what I've got coming up.
It's
That's
okay.
fine.
We've been there. I get
Yeah.
it. We're like just coming out of that season of life. I feel like where you're like, don't ask me anything
Right,
more than
I
like a
know.
week ahead because I don't know.
Kelsey, thank you so much for being a guest today on Bachelor Happy Hour.
Thank you guys for having me. It's been a blast.
Of course. And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And we'll have new interviews for you every week.
Don't forget to keep tuning into Grant season for recaps and exclusive interviews. And thanks for listening. Bye.